everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to take a look at the Qiolor Tiger RL e-bike. Now this one right here is a really cool retro style, moped style e-bike. I really like the look of this, and this is actually the battery right here. It looks like a gas can, so this definitely is catering towards those that are looking for kind of a motorcycle looking electric bike. So it is going to be street legal without any special licensing. You can go 28 miles per hour on this thing, but you don't, again, have to have that special license. You can just buy it like a regular bicycle because it has pedals. So you've got regular pedals. Now you don't need to use the pedals because you have a straight throttle option on this bike as well. So we're going to take it out on the road. We'll talk about all the specs on this, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts. We'll give you some close-up looks. I'll talk to you about some of the features I like, some of the features I don't like on this particular model. Let's go. All right, guys, so as I'm out here riding, first impression is the thing is very comfortable here. Now, this is not a very large frame e-bike. I'm about 6 feet tall, so you can kind of get an idea for the type of rider that would want to be on something like this. Now, I would say if you're over 6'3", 6'4", I don't think this is the bike for you, just because as you're pedaling, it is a little bit crammed because the seat's not adjustable. So just keep that in mind. Again, I'm about 6 feet tall. It's a little bit tight for me. If you're around the 5'7", 5'9" range, this would be ideal. You could even be as short as 5'2" and still ride this very comfortably. But I will say the seat is incredibly comfortable. And if you are just throttling, it doesn't really matter. The only issue for taller riders is going to be the ability to extend your legs during pedaling. These do have knobby tires, so you've got those big, fat, meaty tires, which I have always liked because I like to ride on-road and off-road, and this can do that without question. It also has a very large, big, bright headlight, which is nice if you're going to be riding this at night as well. The throttle is a half twist throttle. It is right on the right handlebar. So as you twist that, you're just going to go. And this thing goes 28 miles per hour with that 750 watt motor. It does peak out at about 1200 watts. So you're going to have that little bit of extra power as you are going up those hills. This thing does come standard with turn signals too. So if you are out on the roads, it's nice to have that. Most e-bikes unfortunately don't have turn signals, but they thought of that on this model here. So again, it does have those turn signals. It also has a very loud horn, so you can let those in front of you know that you are coming. As far as adjustability of this thing, it kind of is what it is. So you're not going to be able to raise or lower your handlebars. You're not going to be able to raise or lower your seat. So as you can see, as I'm out here riding, it is a little bit crammed when I do pedal. But again, if you're throttling, it's not that big of a deal at all. This is a rear hub motor, as you can see right here in the back tire. So most of the power is going to come from the back. So if you are hitting a really sharp hill, and this thing has pretty good power, you have the ability, if you wanted to do tricks, you could do that. You could definitely do a wheelie on something like this. I'm certainly not going to try it myself. But these are 20-inch, 4-inch wide tires, so they're knobby tires, really big, nice knobby tires, which I like. I've always liked these big knobby tires. Qiolor is the brand, which is a good brand as well. Qiolor, this is the second Qiolor e-bike that I've tested. I actually tested out their, what was it called? Their Tiger Max back in the day, but they have rebranded it since. And this is their RL model. The only basic difference is this one doesn't have that larger battery capability, and it doesn't have as big of a front display, so you pay a couple $100 more for that. But I will put links to this down in the description that has all of their models, so you could actually go there and check them out as well. This is a Class 2 e-bike is how they rate it, so you do have the pedal assist as well as this straight throttle, as I mentioned before. But overall out here as I'm riding, I'm hitting these hills and not having any issues at all. Turning radius is really good on something like this. Really no complaints at all with this build. It only took about, I'd say it took about 20-25 minutes to build this thing. It came about 90% assembled. That's important because when you are buying bikes online, you have to keep in mind that most of them you have to build yourself. And in fact, about 95% of e-bikes that come via the mail, you have to build yourself. So how easy the build is a big thing to me. I hope you liked the close-ups of this bike as I was riding and as I walked around the bike, kind of showing you some key features of this thing. I wanted to give you my final thoughts of this thing because I have, again, tested a lot of e-bikes on this channel, so I want to make sure that you understand pretty much exactly what you're getting when it comes to an e-bike, good and bad. So again, this one, I'm about 6 feet tall, as you can see as I get on this thing, how low it is for pedaling. The absolute furthest I could extend my leg would be like this. So if you are about 5'7", it would be about right for this model. Again, they have bigger models as well, so make sure you check out their website. And if you go to the bottom of the link I provide to you down in the description of this video, it actually has a full lineup of their bikes, really nice chart, and it shows the height ranges for them. Because if you're not actually going and looking at the bike, that's the hardest part about shopping online is, like, for example, I buy clothes online all the time and they're always too small for me or too big for me because I'm not testing them out. Same with bikes. You don't get to test it out to make sure it's right for you. So I just wanted you to know that on their website, they do have that chart. They do have all their models and the recommended heights for those, because all of their models do not have, at least yet, do not have adjustable seats. So it's really important that it is comfortable. As far as some of the features I really like about this thing, I do like the tires. They are really knobby tires, really meaty, which I like. It does have a really big headlight. This is one of the largest headlights out there for e-bikes that you could get. Really big, nice headlights, so it's bright when you're riding at night or dusk, things like that. Rough conditions, you want to make sure that you have good tires, you have good lighting. This has that. I do like that it has the turn signals, and I mentioned that before because I ride on the streets a lot, and pretty much in my neighborhood, that's my only option. I don't have the traditional bike trails convenient to me unless I transport the bike to that location many miles away. So it is nice to be able to be street legal, and this is that. Don't need special licensing with this, which is also a bonus. Even though it looks like a motorcycle, you might get pulled over by the cops. You just tell them it's a bicycle, they'll leave you alone. Unfortunately, it does look, I mean, it's not really unfortunate. I kind of like the look, but unfortunately, a lot of the police officers are not aware of bicycles that look like this, because this is your battery right here. Very comfortable seat as well. I am impressed with the seat. I would have liked maybe an adjustment. This is this type of seat though that's really tough. You'd have to put the adjustment in the frame, which would kind of make it look a little wonky, so it probably wouldn't look good. But as far as the things I would improve on this have to do with basically their upgraded model. So this particular model, the RL, has this tiny little black and white display, which is a standard display. It's called the GS1. This thing right here is very standard with e-bikes, and you could upgrade your display separately. You can buy one on Amazon, a really big one that is compatible with this, that you could plug it in, no problem. But this is a very standard display. I would have liked a big color display like their other model that I tested, the Tiger Max. It had a really big display in the center. I actually really liked that. I wish this came with that. I didn't know it didn't when it came, but I wish it had that. That's really the only upgrade, but I have enough displays that I'm going to swap this out, put a bigger display on it myself. That's what I like. I would have liked the option to have the bigger battery as well, because it looks very much like the other one. I don't see why we couldn't just take this off and stick the larger capacity battery on here to get a longer range. This thing has a 70-mile max range, where their other models have 120, 130-mile range. I would like the option to be able to do that, or add a second battery on this. I think that would really make this would elevate this to be the ultimate e-bike, in my opinion, if it had those features. But overall, if that's all I can complain about is the ability to have kind of upgraded cool features, that's not bad. I didn't have any issues with the build, didn't have any issues riding it, and it was a very comfortable, simple bike to ride. Just pedal it, throttle it, that's it. There's no gear shifter. You don't change gears, anything like this. There's no advanced features in this that needs a rocket scientist to figure out. You just get on it and you go, which is very, very convenient. The price is good too, and I'll put links to the price down in the description section of this video if you are interested in something like this. Again, this is the Tiger RL by Qiolor. Love their e-bikes. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks again, everybody. Bye.